Welcome to Marvel Snap 12 Minutes, where we have 12 minutes to build a 12 card deck from the card we spin from the wheel. Let's see what we get today. Debrii. Alright, let's get into it. So on the wheel spin, we spun Debrii, and Debrii is a 3-mana 3/3 with the on reveal, add a rock to each other location for both players. Debrii, at its heart, is definitely very much a clog card. The idea when you're playing her is to fill in your opponent's extra locations so they can't play cards to beat you with. I couldn't really come up with a way to do something that was more interesting or unique than classic clog, so I decided to do something just slightly unique and really lean into specifically Debrii with this clog list. Now, I will say a lot of this idea isn't really mine. I've seen deck lists like this. I think I may encountered a deck list like this first from KM Best. And I don't also, so that's my first disclaimer, is like, this isn't a copied list, but it is very close to something I saw over there. And secondly, I don't think it's well positioned right now. KM Best released, I think I first saw this list, I don't remember how long ago, but I watched most of his top infinite decks to see what people are playing, to get ideas and whatnot, and to try out lists as well. And I remember seeing this list a while ago, before I had Strange Supreme, so I never got to try it. I didn't have Grandmaster at the time either. And I saw something like this. And back then it may have been more positioned, but currently it's not super well positioned, and the main reason for that is likely destroy. There are a lot of decks also playing like Merlin. Merlin tends to be a silver bullet against Clog that works very nicely because Merlin pairs really nicely with Werewolf by Night and pairs really nicely with Zombie Scarlet Witch, which are pretty popular cards right now. So I don't think you're in the best spot with Clog right now, but you can still win games, and you'll see that when we get to the games. So start with Debrii. Debrii is the card to build around, and the way that we're going to build around her is by retriggering that on reveal. So we have that in the primary way, it's Grandmaster. This is, I think, the most important one, and our backup is Silver Surfer First Steps. The idea is Grandmaster, if you have Debrii in the side lanes, you can play Grandmaster, move her to the middle, retrigger, and do it again. Silver Surfer, also, if you're winning that lane, will do it again, which is often easier with Debrii because they're going to be hurrying up to make sure that they don't have the opportunity to play any power in the side lane, so it's easy enough to get the retrigger with Silver Surfer First Steps. Now, we also want other cards that we could potentially retrigger, and I think our best option for that is Dr. Octopus, which, if we trigger his on reveal a second time, is going to pull the lowest power card from the opponent's hand to their side of the location. Particularly nice with Silver Surfer First Steps because it'll be in the same location. Instead of Grandmaster, he puts one card in two locations, which is only okay. Now, this sheer number of rocks, we can't use Killmonger to get rid of them because that would kill our opponent's rocks. So instead, we're using Strange Supreme. Gains 2 power end of turn. He merges with one of your created cards. Keep in mind that this does merge into polymorph cards off of Merlin, so watch out for that. It also will merge into your demons, but those two things are not necessarily bad about it. You'll also eat up your Hawkeye cards. Those aren't necessarily bad things. Sometimes these cards are they're nice to have their power, but they're more space, I guess, than they're worth. And Doctor Strange is a nice way to convert that into power without board space. So yeah, that's our sort of core. Is you have Debrii with the retrigger abilities, and then Strange Supreme to clean up that space. Of course, we also have Viper. This is a good way to get rid of your rocks, ship them over to the opponent's side. Whenever you're playing, and Merlin, of course, Merlin can shuffle back our rocks for extra energy or polymorph them into more useful 2-drops. Whenever you see these cards paired together, especially in a clog list, oftentimes the hood is sure to follow. It's a negative power card that we can send over with Viper or polymorph to a 2-drop or turn into or shuffle away into our deck with Merlin. Or, of course, we can even use Grandmaster to get an extra demon. We've got a lot of options on using the hood. Hawkeye usually makes it into these decks, both because she often acts as like a backup Merlin in a lot of situations, like a lot of the things Merlin tends to be good at. Hawkeye's not bad, but also that acid arrow, like you cloning that's an acid arrow. Oftentimes you just get free games just off that. So definitely a worthwhile combination. Green Goblin is really a must in almost every clog deck. 3/-4 is just the best. Using up your opponent's board slot is just the best, like power to space conversion, really available in clog. And then Magik. Magik is necessary because she turns off, aside from location control, she gives you time to catch up when your opponent gets ahead in power. The other nice thing you do is because we're both a Merlin deck and a Magik deck, we have most of the decision control over whether or not we want there to be a limbo in the last turn of the game. So that's why I like Magik. Cannonball is a really nice seclusion here. This is how we're going to swing locations where the opponent manages to cheat out or play out a big card at the end of the game. We don't even need Mercury in this list because there's so much debris rocks floating around. There's unlikely to be another slot on the board that we care about their card going to. So because of that, Cannonball we can play without Mercury, which is additional upside. So that's the full list, and yeah, we'll jump into some games. See how we do. Super Giant. What is this? I'm not using the right profile picture. That's okay. Of course, as is tradition, we'll play 5 games, see your record at the end. My prediction is, well, the deck is solid enough. I think the mainline version is it probably wins less hard, which is almost a bad thing to win really hard. Like, it can be an upside in other card games, like, hey, when I win, I want to win decisively, so there's no chance for the opponent to come back. But in Marvel Snap, they're just going to retreat. Am I okay playing the Hood out early? Hmm. I don't really see a need to. I think Debris or Magik is going to be our likely turn 3 anyway. Which means like we're not going to be vipering the Hood. There's no like Annihilus or anything, so I think I'm okay to just chill. We want to make sure we have a nice way to like get rid of all the extra stuff we're gonna have. Hey, look at that. Honestly, it's almost bad to see that because it means they're probably running tools to get rid of dorky little things that are causing problems. I don't mind a Strange Supreme going middle. This gives us a chance to win this lane, though it's not super likely. Mirage. So they sold my Hood, which is totally fine because it's a 0 power Hood. Now we're just going to Debris, I think, is the plan. I still don't have a way to get rid of Hood. I wanted the Debris Center, but I realize I'm not really supposed to. I'm supposed to play. I might be turning this into Magic later. I will go up to 3 power here, but that's not actually all that much. So I'm likely losing Castle Blackstone here, which is a bit of a shame. Actually, oddly, they might throw something else here. Gosh, what do we think they are? Mirage and Hood. Like V hand, I guess. Yeah, V hand would be my answer. So clogging their turn here is pretty good. Oh yeah, that's what you like to see. So it looks like they won't be winning here, which is super nice for us. Now we're just going to be turning off. Hmm. Nice, yeah, we just win, just like that. Cool. Our deck did exactly what we wanted it to do. We're just going to turn that off. I'm not exactly certain. Yeah, they're just left in like a really horrible spot because in a way the leftmost location is already blocked off for this turn. So they have to be like super careful. Sorry, the timer that just went off there was the deck building timer. I completely forgot to start it for a while, and then I started a little later. But there you go. Now we know it's real. I'll probably come up with ways that can. Well, I don't know. Considering how to do this, we'll figure that out later. For now, let's jump to the next game. Keep track of the record. We are 1 win currently against VN. I got really paranoid during my first video that I'd forget my win loss record as I was going, and I was like, But even when I watched it back, it's like, did I actually only play 4 games? But no, I played the right number. The extra energy doesn't. I mean, it's nice. If we drop deck another 2 drop, then maybe it's really nice. Not that 2 drop. That's the wrong 2 drop. I like Strange Supreme Center best because Debris is going to end up there eventually. So they're Clay deck, but they're not. I was trying to think of what Clay deck they could be. Oh yeah. Okay, extra energy did help us. I'm okay with putting Merlin here. I really don't want to put Merlin into like Murder World or something. Like this card's so key, I don't want to risk anything. Destroy with Clea. Oh, it's Morgan Le Fay with the Roma. Okay, that's my guess. We'll see. Conchu, Polymorph, and Dr. Octopus. I don't like this hand. So I think I'm not going to turn off that location. I'm going to turn off this one. Viper doesn't really do anything on this board. I mean, I could give them Strange Supreme, but if we start hitting Debris, Strange is going to be pretty important. Dr. Octopus is an okay play next turn, but I don't really know that there's like bad cards to be pulling out of their hands. And Attilan might hurt them as well. So I think we're just going to play Magik right. Okay, so we got to expect Limbo will not stick around. Okay, we could Grandmaster our Magik. That is something interesting that we can do. Most likely we're going to be shuffling back the hood at some point. The question is, we could get two demons as like one route forward. Giving the opponent this is actually really bad, now that I think about it. So I think I'm just going to play both of these here with this. This is going to be my play. We can Grandmaster Hawkeye if we want to, but like Green Goblin and Merlin, it's just terrible. Their clog. They're playing Dormammu clog. They're playing the even cooler clog. I don't have Dormammu, but that is a very cool option. Debris is not very good into Strange, obviously, or Merlin for that matter. Um, See, this is tough because of Merlin. I just want to polymorph there. I don't really know what to do with Green Goblin. I guess I could just get more arrows. I think this is like fine-ish. I don't know the right spot for Green Goblin. This does, well, it might guarantee. I don't actually know. Strange Supreme might absorb the polyformed, uh, transformed hood. We're going to find out. I'm hoping it hits the rock. Okay, that's fine. Hit Viper. So this is pretty good. They can no longer. We put Green Goblin in the right area. P-Barnes is pretty bad. Maybe obviously. So he does. He does absorb with Bucky. That's interesting. So we're gonna run full down here. I think. I guess I'll play that last. Just go two of you, you and you. Oh no, hold on. Okay, I have to play that there. So I guess if I'm playing that there, I'm going to go as hard as possible in the middle. And then there's really no need not to just play hard for this side. I guess they could hit me with Killmonger, but since because of priority, I should be fine anyway. I shouldn't snap here because I think they'll run away. I'll get two cubes if I do it this way. This should be totally great. This should be totally great. Let's find out. Am I playing for the right side at least? I guess I probably should. Go like here into here, here. Are both of these here? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I was a little worried about that, basically. Yeah, guess what? That's what I was going to do. And Strange could absorb really anything. You absorb the rock. Yes, got him. Ironically enough, I was going to run pull them as well. Good. And we won all three locations. So another victory against Dormammu Clog. I guess I'll do it this way. That is kind of the upside with having Magik, is like even if you set up the Magik, rug bowling can still be very effective. Um, because playing around being rug bowled can leave you very exposed. But against Merlin, you pretty much always want to play as if you're going to get exposed, whether they set it up or not. Yeah, that would be my personal recommendation to you. Both players likely not snapping there, so we didn't scare the opponent off. So far, Strange Supreme's doing a wonderful job. Any of these hits are okay. I guess Cannonball isn't ideal, but it is just a 6 power guy. Excuse me. Thanos. Oh god. Hit Moon Knight, discarding Thanos. I think I'm sacking that lane, for the record. Well, maybe. We'll see, actually. We're going to Debrii here in a second. Probably here. Yeah, definitely here. Is it actually definitely there? Yeah, it is. Well, actually, I could Debrii here. Yeah, this is a good Debrii. I mean, the left side is like dead beyond our wildest imaginations, but our this could move Doctor Octopus, which is maybe a shame. Is there something I should transform here? Do I spend the energy or do I just hold? I think holding is fine. Oh, please let me hit my Debrii here. Yes. They got one card mid. Bruce Banner's nice. I need something huge on the right. Or do I? Getting an extra turn here seems very correct. Cannonball's going to win left. So then I just have to win right, I think. So we'll probably take this out. Yeah. That's okay, actually. Because these are the locations we're playing for. The opponent just doesn't get to play cards anymore. So it's just a question of can I win in the next 2 turns? Oh, Limbo. Right. I did that in the opposite order. So this is going to give me +4 on that side because this guy goes away. And if I'm getting +4 and they're -4, because yeah, they're at minus a bunch. So we're good. And then I can just do this. Right? Because they're at 4. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is perfect. We're not going to snap. Yeah. I was like, they just retreat. So, okay, that's another win against Erisham Thanos. 3-0 so far. Doing well. I saw Debrii, and I was happy. I've wanted to revisit Clog, I guess, for a while, and I just opened from my pack some cards that made Clog look interesting. I mean, Strange Supreme, that is to say. I got Grandmaster a bit ago as well, which is also necessary for this deck, but for this style of this deck, I don't think it's necessary for Clog. Let me be clear. Ooh, I haven't actually played against this player. TVA. Yeah, okay. I'd rather not have the energy, I think. Well, if they also give me energy, now we threaten the rug pull, which is probably good for me. I think it's just this. A pixie deck. Okay, cool. Okay. It's not a TVA game. But you know what it is? It's an awfully good. Snap is maybe wild. Debris. It's strange, okay? Hmm. See, I could debris again, which would fill up this location and start filling up that location. Debris moves here, throws rocks. Throws a rock right, which means it would be clogged right. You know what? Why don't I just give you that? Do this. Yeah, that's pretty clever. If I do say so myself, I think I'm going to do, let's see. This is tricky. Here, here. No. It's just here, here. Just gonna, once in future. Here, here. I can be polymorph right. Final answer. There we go. Oh, Rhino. Oh no. Oh my god. The polymorph killed me. Oh no. I just. So I played. Oh my god. That's so frustrating. The Gambit just lost me that game. So I think Cannonball just wins here because it's 6 and removes the 6. And oh my god. I guess I didn't need to play the polymorph. Man. Okay, one loss. I think I could have pulled that one out. That's the crazy part. cool to get a game against, but this is a very very I guess known player in the community. I think I would have won that if I don't hit Gambit. So I guess if I don't play the polymorph, then I clog both and I just play Cannonball mid. And I think Cannonball wins that location. I did mess up by playing the shuffle back because if I just played Grandmaster followed by or even just Grandmaster, then I would have sent over the 1 power. But I think I still had enough power to do it because it would have been plus 6 3 minus 6 times a 12 power swing. Um, and then I would have played the 1 3 left. That's very disappointing. Very disappointing, dude. I could have even played, yeah, anyway. Could have even played the polymorph on the Cannonball because then he becomes a 6 drop. I mean, yeah, because I would have had the extra energy from that thing. Ah, man, so close. Fumbled at the finish line by rolling a gambit off the polymorph, unclogging the opponent. Man, and getting rid of a card I needed to win. To be fair, because that 1 3 was necessary to follow the left lane. Sad to lose a game against an iconic player, but it's super cool to get the game against the iconic player. I don't know if I should be snapping or not. We'll wait to see if they're destroy. Merlin's definitely our first play. We want to get our shuffle packs as early as possible. They are a destroy player. Yeah, that's disappointing. I mean, I can try to ship this and hope that they don't play a destroy payoff exactly this turn, but they probably just do. It could be a Killmonger. That is very unlikely to work. Yeah. At least Killmonger's gone when we start Debreeing, which is our next plan. We have priority, but unfortunately, it's unlikely to matter much. I think this is the play. The other option is to put Debris on this side, which I guess maybe is better. Slightly better. Yeah, well, wrong prediction. That's okay. Zorn. What does this guy do? Something weird. Does he count the opponent's side? I don't really understand how he works. And now the opponent's likely to play on this side. This is the shame about destroy or about this deck. Here's what we're gonna do though. We're going to Grandmaster a Debris over, and we're going to. I'd like to Magik first, but I don't really think I can. So because that, the Debris is going to retrigger here, and I have to play you here, I guess. Yeah. Problem is they're going to put a destroy payoff in this lane. If they don't, we still have a shot to win. We're also planning on rope pulling them literally this turn. Zorn is going to move us out. Oh god, that's bad. Yep, this is playing against Destroy with Clog. Oh, and they get an extra Venom too. Oh my god, that's just not right. No, I'm not staying. What? Okay, yep, lost to Destroy. So that was about what I expected. I mean, that is the clog experience playing against Destroy. But 3 and 2 is pretty good, and I think it. Man, I'm kicking myself because if I hadn't just like played that polymorph out, it would have been a 4 and 1, most likely, unless I did my math very wrong. Especially because I can play, like I said, I can play the polymorph on the cannonball because I get the extra energy from that thing, and then polymorph from the cannonball is like almost always an upgrade. I could turn to leader and then lose me the game. That'd be hilarious, but that's overwhelmingly likely to be like a 10 power or whatever, right? She Hulk or Hulk. Man, could be a destroyer. That would lose. That would lose as well. Um, Crazy game. I don't think I don't know if I've ever actually had a game against Butt before, and he's a very famous player for playing sort of offbeat decks uh, that are excellent brews. So definitely follow him if you want to see a top level player doing exciting brews. Overall, pretty good performance. I think 3-2 with one being the nightmare matchup, which I'm kind of glad we got on camera because that is if you play below infinite especially, you know how common destroy is, and that is the experience of playing clog is whenever you see a destroy player, it's kind of not a loss. Like you can try to hope that your opponent doesn't play destroy payoffs when they have it, but just the fact that they had no one drops meant I knew they were going to play a destroy card in the lane the turn that we have to try to clog it, and it's like there's really no other way out. Maybe we could go for like just a power game, I guess, but the cards do not line up that way. 3-2, not bad. Probably could have done a little better on my snapping game. I'm really pleased with how that went. I'd say overall. So thanks all for tuning in, and see you next time.